So we're back, and as you can see, our creamy bolognese sauce has cooked down to a wonderful texture. Now, for most of you, this is good enough, and for us, it definitely works too. We have the bolognese sauce, we can refrigerate it, you can have it for dinner, you can serve it for when a company comes over. It works with any pasta, the short pasta, the fasulli, the rigatoni, you can put it on spaghetti, it's just whatever you prefer. However, for those of us who really like to cook, we're going to use this for our ultimate lasagna. Okay, so we have the bolognese sauce, and we'll let that cool, and while it's cooling, we're going to make a white sauce to go with our lasagna. Okay, over here, we have 3 cups of milk and a few bay leaves warming up, and over here we have 4 tablespoons of butter and about 6 ounces of Philadelphia cream cheese. I just added about 3/4 cup of flour, and I'm going to whisk all that together. Okay, just work that in for a few. And this is going to be the base that thickens our white sauce. It's going to go in between the lasagna and the meat sauce, the lasagna noodles and the meat sauce for our ultimate lasagna. All right. Now, once we got all that mixed in, we take this flour, Philadelphia cheese, and butter mixture, and we add it to our milk that's warming. Okay, so let's drink that off. Just carefully put the crumbles in there. Okay, and then you continue to cook this. I'm going to turn up the heat a little bit and try to get it to come to a nice boil. And you get all that worked in until it melts. And then you simmer it again for about 4 minutes. And then you should have a nice, rich, thick white sauce. Okay, so I'll work that, and in about 5 minutes we'll be right back. Thank you. Okay, so we've reached the tail end of making our ultimate lasagna, and we were working on our white sauce, and as you can see, it came together very well. If you recall, we used 4 tablespoons of butter, 6 ounces of Philadelphia cream cheese, 3 cups of warm milk that was simmering with bay leaves. We added 3/4 cup of flour, and we whisked everything together, and we, boiled it and let it simmer for about 5 or so minutes, and this is the result. We added a little salt and pepper to taste, and now we're ready to assemble our lasagna. So we'll start off with some creamy bolognese sauce. It just smells so amazing, and it tastes even better than it smells, if that's possible. Okay, so we'll put enough just to cover the bottom. And we'll put a layer of no-boil lasagna noodles. These are wonderful, and you can get them in so many varieties these days. If you like the plain white, the whole wheat, whatever you fancy, they have so many options these days. Okay, and then we'll top it off with our creamy Philadelphia cheese white sauce. Okay, we'll get a nice amount in here. Use your spoon to spread it out. If it gets a little bit too movie for you, feel free to grab a knife or another utensil. Just spread it out nicely. This is just so wonderful. Okay, and then you just top it off with a little cheese. Okay, and then you just keep repeating these layers of meat sauce, noodles, white sauce, a little Parmesan cheese until you reach the top. Okay, go ahead, click. Let's turn it off. Go. Alrighty, Now we've finished adding our last layer of cheese. I usually just grab a handful and just sprinkle liberally over the top of the lasagna as I layer it. And now, to finish it off, I add some Parmesan cheese. And I'm sprinkling that quite liberally as well. And then, just for extra fanciness, I add about a tablespoon or so of olive oil. And then I just drizzle it all over the top. It just makes for such a fantastic finish. It makes such a just delightful topping with the cheese and the oil. It's just so beautiful. Okay, now that we've assembled our ultimate lasagna, it consists of the creamy Bolognese sauce and the Philadelphia cream cheese white sauce. We're ready to put it in the oven. We have preheated our oven to 400 degrees, and then it has to cook for about 20 minutes. All right, so I'm setting the timer for 20 minutes, and we will see you then. Okay, we are back, ladies, and our ultimate lasagna has finished cooking. Look at it. Isn't that just simply delightful looking? Wow. Okay, so we cooked it for about 20 minutes in a 400 degree temperature oven. And now, let's try. So you can see all the wonderful layers. It needs to cool for a little while prior to cutting, but we're going to go ahead and take a slice. Wow, that's just amazing. You can impress all of your loved ones with this wonderful lasagna. You can see how the olive oil just made the cheese at the top just so wonderfully crispy. All right, let's float. Now that is really good. You can taste the Philadelphia cream cheese from the creamy Bolognese sauce, as well as in the white sauce. This is absolutely delightful. Thank you, Paula. We love you. Thank you for sharing your passion for cooking with the world. And thank you, Philadelphia cream cheese, for being so versatile and for being so incredibly good. Thank you, and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.